Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the mysteries of big business with the finesse of a forensic accountant and the flair of a telenovela. Today we're diving into KeyCorp and a rather interesting little filing, one that feels less like a typical earnings report and more like a strategic chess move on the financial board. Now, what exactly is going on here with KeyCorp? It seems they've been busy behind the scenes, and this report is about an announcement that was made on the 23rd of December 2025. It pertains to some significant share issuances related to an investment agreement they had. This isn't about their day-to-day sales performance, but rather a structural shift involving a large chunk of their stock changing hands and needing to be disclosed. Think of it like the big players rearranging the furniture after a major party. The core of this filing revolves around the registration of a massive number of common shares. We are talking about 161,968,762 of them. That's a lot of stock. These shares were issued to the Bank of Nova Scotia or BNS as part of an investment agreement signed back in August of 2024. KeyCorp was obligated to file this official notice, a prospectus supplement, by the 27th of December 2025, and as you can see, they met that deadline. Looking at what exactly is registered here, we see a few interesting things. Alongside their regular common shares, which are traded under the ticker key on the New York Stock Exchange, they have several series of preferred stock all registered. These are like the company's debt instruments, but structured like stock, offering a fixed or floating rate of return. We see Series E, F, G and H preferred stock depository shares, all trading on the NYSE as well, with tickers like KeyPRI and KeyPRJ. This shows KeyCorp has a diversified capital structure, using different tools to raise funds. The document itself is a Form 8, which is essentially a report of unscheduled material events or corporate changes. So this isn't a regular quarterly update, but a notification of something significant that happened outside the normal reporting schedule. KeyCorp, based in Ohio, is a pretty substantial player in the banking world, and these kinds of filings are crucial for transparency with investors. The filing details the securities that are registered with the CC, their main stock. The common shares with a $1 par value trades as Key on the New York Stock Exchange. Then we have those preferred stock depository shares we mentioned earlier. For instance, the depository shares representing a 1/40th interest in Series E preferred stock are traded as KeyPRI. Also on the NYSE, they also list similar depository shares for Series F, G, and H, with tickers KeyPRJ, KeyPRK, and KeyPRL, respectively. This shows they are actively managing their capital through various sophisticated financial instruments. Under item 8.01, we get to the heart of the matter, the other events. On the 23rd of December 2025, KeyCorp filed a prospectus supplement to its existing registration statement. This document essentially says, hey, we're registering these new shares for sale or issuance, and here is how it is happening. The key takeaway here is that this massive block of common shares issued to BNS was part of a larger strategic investment in KeyCorp. This kind of strategic investment often signals confidence from larger institutions and can be a significant source of capital for the company. As part of this filing, KeyCorp is also including Exhibit 5.1, which is a legal opinion from Squire Patton Boggs. This is essentially a sign-off from their lawyers stating that the shares being issued are valid and have been properly authorized. It's a standard but important piece of the puzzle, assuring investors that all the legal ducks are in a row. Then trees Exhibit 23.1, the consent from the same law firm, which is included within that legal opinion. Now let's put on our investor hats and see what this all means. This isn't a report with a bunch of PFIL numbers, but it speaks volumes about KeyCorp's strategic partnerships and its financial architecture. The issuance of over 161 million shares to a major institution like the Bank of Nova Scotia is a significant capital event. It means BNS has decided to invest substantially in KeyCorp, likely seeing value and potential for growth. For KeyCorp, this infusion of capital can strengthen its balance sheet, provide resources for expansion, or shore up its regulatory capital ratios. It is a move that signals a belief in KeyCorp's future prospects from a major financial player. The fact that they are registering these shares through a prospectus supplement also means these shares are intended to be available for resale, which often implies a secondary market transaction or a future offering. Looking at the bigger picture, this kind of strategic positioning can be a huge advantage. While we don't have specific financial performance numbers in this particular filing, the backing of a large institution like BNS can provide a stable foundation and access to further resources or collaborations. It suggests KeyCorp is actively managing its capital and seeking out partnerships to bolster its market position. The different types of preferred stock also show flexibility in how they source funding. allowing them to tap into different investor pools depending on market conditions and their specific needs. However, we should always keep an eye on potential risks. A large issuance of new shares can sometimes dilute the ownership stake of existing shareholders if the company's value doesn't grow proportionally to the increase in outstanding shares. Investors will be watching to see how effectively KeyCorp utilizes this capital to drive growth and improve profitability. The long-term success will depend on their ability to execute their strategy and leverage this partnership with BNS. In conclusion, this Form 8 K filing from KeyCorp isn't about a quarterly earnings surprise, it is about a significant strategic capital event. The issuance of a large block of shares to the Bank of Nova Scotia is a testament to a strong institutional belief in KeyCorp's future. It solidifies their capital base and potentially opens doors for new opportunities. While the immediate impact on day-to-day financials isn't detailed here, the strategic implications are substantial. We will be keeping a close watch on how KeyCorp capitalizes on this relationship and how it translates into tangible business growth. Alright, that is our breakdown of KeyCorp's latest filing. What is your take on these strategic moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this deep dive was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribing ensures you don't miss our future corporate analyses. Don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, to continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.